So, hello and welcome to Beginning. And today we have a very special guest called Vijay. And Vijay is from BitScrunch and he's the founder and CEO of BitScrunch. And I think last time also we had covered Vijay a few months back. It's been some time now. Uh, Vijay is also very dear friend of mine, and I'm so proud of his achievements. I recently tweeted about it. Uh, Vijay has already got, Mastercard, Visa, partnership with the giants, Mastercard and Visa. And recently, out of 160, startups that who participated in some kind of a hackathon or a competition in Germany, and who's the winner? The guy who's just on the screen, Vijay. Vijay's BitScrunch won the that competition out of 160 startups. So it's a very proud feeling to see Vijay, being from India, was able to make a mark at such a platform. So I mean, Mastercard partnership, Visa partnership, and there are other big names that obviously missing, and Vijay will let us know. And PwC Germany, is acknowledging his startup. So that's a great news. So we'll try and understand what Vijay is building and how revolutionary, BitCrunch and NFT Unleash, right, is really going to unleash NFTs is really going to change the game, right?
Yes.
And we'll discuss. We keep hearing about polygons and all the other stuff that is happening, but I think what Vijay is building is something very special. You should give your 25 to 30 minutes to this conversation, and you'll get to know that why this thing is very important, and you'll get to learn so many things out of this conversation about NFTs, right? So welcome, Vijay. How are you feeling after all these achievements? And if please let us know in case I missed something. And you know, so to begin with, so first of all, because there are many people who must be wondering what is BitScrunch and what is Unleash NFTs. So if obviously it's a daily routine case for you to explain BitScrunch and Unleash NFTs. So if you can help us in understanding what is BitScrunch and what is Unleash NFTs and what you're trying to build.
Mhm. So thanks again for having me. I mean, for the second time. I mean, I'm sure I'll appear again on one of your
Yeah,
shows shortly after
definitely.
achieving something else. But yeah, happy and proud to be on your show. So bits crunch. We crunch each and every bits of data. So we are primarily a data analytics and forensics entity that focuses on NFT sector, right? So we take, for instance, polygons and
Mm,
all the other big companies that are coming out of India and putting India to the map on crypto,
mm,
right? So we
mm,
want to ideally do that for the NFT space, and the goal is to not to restrict ourselves to NFT alone, but to step in, mark our authority, and then move towards the DeFi and the bigger space. So we, in short, we would love to be the NFT police. So what
mm,
does the police do, right? I mean, they take care of all the law and order.
mm,
They make sure that nobody is going beyond the
mm,
limits, right? So we want to be such a person, such an
mm,
entity for the NFT space, and
mm.
coincidentally, my dad is a police in India.
Okay, so he's still in the service.
Yes, he's serving his last year. He's a sub inspector of police in Tamil Nadu in
All
India.
right, great, awesome. Wow, so he must be very proud of your achievements.
Yeah,
Great.
he's indeed proud. One thing that he doesn't really understand is crypto. I mean, obviously he's nearing 60s, so one thing that I'm always tired of teaching him is crypto.
Hmm.
But it's fine. It's fine. He'll one day be more even more prouder looking at
Hmm.
what we have built.
Right, amazing. So Vijay, tell me.
Oh, sorry, I lost you.
I mean, are you
Yeah.
here?
Yes. Now I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
So if you can tell me something about your background, from where you did your education, and from companies where you've worked initially.
hmm So yeah, I'm originally from a small town called Tirunelveli, which is down south of Tamil Nadu. I
Okay.
would say that's pretty much closer to Sri Lanka. Just
All right.
that the ocean is in between,
Mm,
and I did all my schooling there and went on to do my bachelor's in one of the affiliated universities,
mm,
colleges of Anna University, one of the prominent universities back in Chennai.
mm,
Graduated there and then straight away moved to Germany in 2013. So it's been 10 years of my life in Germany. I picked up masters here, did electrical engineering in masters, and then I worked for big German companies like Volkswagen,
mm,
and Siemens, two German big multinational companies, and then decided to do a startup, founded BitScrunch in 2021 amidst pandemic, because
mm,
when we were all stuck inside homes, and
mm.
Italy was the most hit
Yeah.
pandemic zone in Europe, and Munich, where I reside, is pretty close to Italy. So we
Mm,
were like having strictest regulations, I would say, like similar to
mm,
those in China, and we were all stuck in home looking for what to do next, right? Like what
mm,
what next? And that gave birth to BitScrunch. And also another funny coincidence is people know the famous $69 million NFT sale, right?
yeah.
The Beeple's NFT sale.
People. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody remembers people, but we looked into the buyer and we found out that it was Meta Cohen, who is also called as Vignesh Sundaresan,
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
bought that NFT. He comes from Chennai, and I've said this many times on multiple occasions, because
Mm,
people back home in Chennai are very conservative, right?
mm.
If I get a couple of idlis in airport, my mom is going to scold me for the next 1 hour. Why did you buy two idlis for 500 rupees at the airport? Why
Mm,
don't you buy it at any other
mm,
smaller restaurant on the way, right?
mm,
So that we come from such a conservative society, and to see some person getting $69 million of worth of NFT, back then it was mimicked as a JPEG, right?
mm.
People still call NFTs as JPEG. So
Yeah.
that was seriously the aha moment for me to step into
Mm,
crypto, I mean, crypto full
mm,
time. I was always involving myself in crypto in limited spaces,
mm,
but I wanted to build something, and I'm really glad that I always did data analytics in my career. So for me, it
mm,
was relatively easier, although being in Germany, that is where the GDPR is very strict. We don't give away any of our data. I still
mm.
have people in my network who doesn't have a WhatsApp, or who doesn't share their WhatsApp number. So
Oh.
coming from such a sensitive place, sensitive country,
Mm,
to inspect blockchain is relatively easy, because blockchain is publicly available, like Ethereum data, Polygon data, Avalanche, Binance, everything is on chain. And we wanted to focus on NFTs, because I was really curious why this guy bought $69 million worth of JPEG. So that was the journey, the start of the journey, and we have come a long way. I mean,
mm.
I'm sure I've
Yeah.
repeated some of these on the previous podcast. We have raised six and
Yeah.
a half million dollars, raised capital from Coinbase, Animoca, Polygon,
Wow.
Chainlink, Hashkey Capital, Gate Labs, Crypto.com Capital. Some of the best names.
The best names. I mean, these
Yes,
are one of the biggest names. I mean,
yes,
uh, Animoca, the names you've just mentioned, they are the best names.
yes,
Coinbase, for that matter.
yes. Coinbase Ventures. They were one of the
Now,
earliest
especially when
backers.
Coinbase has got their own NFT marketplace,
Yes,
so
yes.
that's very important. Somewhere they'll probably have an integration in future.
Yes, yes, obviously. I mean, that was one of the deals that we made while doing the investment. We also
Mm.
did a letter of intent for also using our tools, integrate our tools
Wow. So
when the
obviously
time
that's a
meets, right?
natural progression. If I am an investor in, say, suppose BitScrunch and I'm Coinbase, so I have this thing in my mind that rather than policing and putting in effort to build something like that, why not to invest and be a partner with a company that
Exactly.
is building something like that?
Exactly. That is the
Mm,
beauty of Web3 ecosystem, right? Because
mm,
everybody collaborates, and
mm.
nobody reinvents the whole wheel.
Yeah, yeah,
if I am
nobody.
right, right?
Yeah.
They always look out for interesting companies like
Mm.
ourselves, and look, for instance, Polygon is an investor to us. So Polygon,
Yeah.
they know that their NFT traffic is gonna skyrocket. It is already, and they want
Mm.
crystal clear analytics and forensics that they can sell it to their Fortune 500 companies, customers,
mm,
right? Polygon is now uh, the platform for Reddit, who
mm,
mints NFTs. Polygon is the go-to place for Mercedes Benz, Disney's, and all these big names
mm,
that mints NFTs on their chain. And
mm,
now Polygon can easily point their fingers to BitScrunch and say, hey guys, there is one firm that also polices or monitors
mm,
the NFTs. Why don't you have a chat with them, right?
mm,
So that's a win-win for them. They are investors. They get intros, give intros to us, and we
mm.
help brands protect their IPs in the NFT space.
Yeah. When you use the word policing, so I'll just calm down the nerves of all the audience that is listening to this podcast. This is very interesting, actually. So what BitScrunch does, what Vijay does is basically Vijay just got an idea that okay, what if people are minting NFTs and they are buying themselves and then they're selling those NFTs themselves just to create a false perception that this NFT is quite popular. And this is called wash trading. Like from somebody can just mint an NFTs, 10,000 NFTs and create 100, 200 wallets, different wallets, and from those wallets they can buy and sell those NFTs, and it'll feel that this NFT is getting very popular, and so this process is called wash trading. This is one of the crime, you can say, because wash trading is a crime in a traditional finance, because if you're doing a pump and dump, or if you're an insider trader, or you're doing your trading yourself, then it is considered to be a crime. But since this industry is not regulated, we all know that there are scammers who are also there in the NFT space, and in fact there are more scammers in NFT space than in overall in crypto. Why? Because it is very easy to mint stuff and then try to create that in a perception that it is very popular by hiring influencers, by doing a wash trading. So there was no mechanism as such. In fact, in overall in crypto, you still have a mechanism where you have data analytics firms today, like Chainalysis, who does this stuff for overall for crypto. Like if there is a DeFi hack that has happened, or if there is some suspicious transaction that has happened, or a large transaction has happened, immediately, instantly, within 2 3 minutes, you just get a alert. But in the NFT space, there was no, you can say, initiative where you could figure it out. I think BitScrunch is the first initiative in this space that is really helping people, institutions to figure out that if that particular NFT is uh, legal, legit or not. I will not say legal, I'll say legit. Why legit? Why? Because I'll make you understand the importance of legitimacy. Say suppose tomorrow you must be recalling this fact that Visa had bought one NFT, right, for
Mhm.
150 k, I guess,
No, no, half a
right?
million, I
Half a
believe.
million, half a million.
Yeah,
So
close to
so
450 or
so
something.
imagine now imagine tomorrow micro strategy, or for example some public limited company, they also decide to buy, say, CryptoPunk or BAYC or some other NFT, suppose. Now, obviously, a public limited company will like to understand that if they are buying some particular NFT, they want that it should be verified and checked. Obviously, they can't go to CIA, or they can't go to SEC or some or Department of Justice in US or FBI for this purpose, because they are not expert body for that. So they'll go to BitScrunch to see if what BitScrunch is doing. Now, BitScrunch is important. Now, BitScrunch is backed by Vijay, who has got a immense experience in data, big data and data crunching, and he's a data scientist. You can say he's played around with numbers, and with an engineering background. So he's able to create that platform where just on a click of button you can figure out that this particular NFT was traded or not, or what is the history behind it. Now that is the importance and relevance of it. Now, if this industry has to grow, like suppose Coinbase has to grow, how it will grow? The government in US will say that Coinbase can run their open marketplace for NFT if they ensure that people are not cheated, right? So
Yes.
now, why Coinbase? How Coinbase will figure it out? What Coinbase will simply do? They'll say, okay, let me integrate with BitScrunch.
BitScrunch.
Okay, now Polygon. Polygon tomorrow regulator says that you are running an open marketplace at your platform. uh, how can we be sure that people who are there, trading NFTs, have a are dealing in legit NFTs? They're not wash traded or they're not cheated, right? Similarly, there also BitScrunch will come into play. So BitScrunch has created a standard. BitCrunch won't be the only platform. I'm sure tomorrow chain analysis might come up with their own, NFT division or a vertical, but BitScrunch will have a first mover advantage, and they are in a leadership position, especially when they have partnerships with Mastercard, Visa, Coinbase, Polygon, Animoca. I mean, you name it, and everybody is with these guys. And this is the beauty, and this is such a proud feeling that a guy who started in during the pandemic era in 2020, here we are in 2023. In 3 years he was able to create a brand where almost everybody is relying on their information to build their platforms. It was a long uh, introduction, but I'm sure the right way of putting it.
Totally, totally. I mean, thanks for such a long and clear cut introduction, Kashif Bhai. I mean, it's totally fine. Just a couple of things before I chip in.
Yeah,
So the team deserves the credits. I mean, I don't want
absolutely.
to be a credit
Yeah,
stealer here,
absolutely.
because they have been with me through the tough times. Because back then, when we were raising the first round, people were jokingly asking, "What is NFT?" and is there a space for it, right?
Yeah,
But even during this bear cycle, I'm telling you, count the number of brands tipping into NFTs. There
yeah.
is Louis Vuitton, there was Mercedes-Benz, Porsche, Reebok, Nike, Adidas, Reddit, Mastercard, Visa, and all I can say is we just saw one bull market, officially one bull market for NFTs.
Hmm,
So the reason why these brands chip into NFT spaces, they can easily onboard the next million or billion users using NFT. Because
hmm,
if I go and tell my dad, dad buy some avalanche tokens and probably stake it, get some staking rewards, or try to teach my dad a DeFi, it
hmm,
he's gonna take some time to understand. I mean, not just my dad, but my friends in general, I would say. But
hmm,
with an NFT, people can easily relate because it's an exclusive community.
hmm,
Why does Louis Vuitton capping their NFTs for $42,000? They can easily create an exclusive community. There is a market for Louis Vuitton bags,
hmm,
Louis Vuitton brand, right? And let's say if you ask who is the fan of Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel
hmm,
Messi, I'm sure most of the hands go up.
hmm,
But how does Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo knows that who are their loyal fans who are watching all their matches, all their highlights, and coming to the stadium from Australia, from US, from Canada, just to see those legends? How do they see that? And with NFTs, they can easily spot them out. If they are pricing their NFTs for, let's say, 2,000, $3,000, I'm sure most of the hands that went up will not buy NFTs because their loyal fans will be the ones who will be rooting for it, right? So
hmm,
NFTs are definitely here to stay, but rightly mentioned by you, the market is very small. It's like a
hmm,
baby. I mean, imagine Ethereum was just born or Bitcoin was just born. Bitcoin is Bitcoin because it has been what, more than 10 years of life, 10 years of
yeah,
existence. It is 13 years, right? Just correct me if I'm wrong.
yeah. 30.
13 years of
15,
existence.
yeah, to 2008, so it's like
8,
15.
15.
Yeah,
Yeah, 15 years. It took Bitcoin 15 years to be in a position where we are
yeah.
right now. And it took Ethereum 7 or 8 years, and Polygon similar amount of time. Polygon solved a critical issue. A country, a person from a country like India or the second and third world countries, how do we transact on Ethereum? Because
Hmm,
the gas is a problem. How can I spend $10, $15 on the gas? So they want to break it down. So that is the similar approach that we took for NFTs, and we want to onboard millions of users. So people who jokingly said who will buy NFTs
hmm,
and who will check your platform, I can proudly say now NFT is a $1 billion market. It's a big $1 billion market, and I can name n number of countless
Mm.
brands who are into NFTs already. And
Yeah, yeah,
imagine the bull market. I mean, Samsung and LGs, they have already integrated NFTs on their TVs. It is
absolutely.
it is just yet to hit the market, and Amazon is rumored to create its own NFT marketplace. Just imagine Amazon, who has millions and millions of users
Mm.
across the world, creates an NFT marketplace that can easily onboard next set of million users, right?
Mm.
Just one simple example. There was a collection called Pudgy Penguins, right? They launched a phygital. They launched a toy on Amazon Marketplace. So
Mm.
whoever who holds those NFTs, let's say OG holders, will get a toy, right?
Mm.
That's a simple example that I can think of. An NFT ticketing is there, NFT art, NFT music. So NFTs have just started. I would ask people to look at it like a baby rather than questioning to right and left, but simply understand why are people investing billions of dollars into it. Right? That should be the question I would say you should be starting with, and not why NFTs. It'll not stay. Don't get into a conclusion, but get into the basics of it.
Yes, absolutely. And I wanted to ask you this question, Vijay, especially today. NFTs market is at its all-time low, and there are people saying that the NFT hype is over now, and we are seeing BAYC trading at its all-time low. The big ones, CryptoPunks, BAYC, MAYC, all these big names are trading at their all-time low. What is your take on the current state of the NFT marketplace right now?
Mhm. Mhm. Just to give you a quick example, there was a collection called Azuki. They launched Azuki Elementals, uh, the second collection, just 10
Mm,
days ago, probably 2 weeks ago, and
mm,
they raised 38 million in a span of 30 minutes. So
mm,
for those who say NFTs are dying, it's not. So the OG collections or the collections that are just putting their heads down and building, people still
mm.
follow them. Maybe I can also send out that link, Azuki Elementals, so that you can also
You can
share it
share
with.
your screen. You can so there is a present button if you want to share something, and
Yes.
I'll also like you to share unleash NFTs, and if you can just showcase your website and stuff,
Mhm.
you're free to share anything you want to.
Yes. Just a second. Let me do that. So I'm
Yeah,
sure you're seeing the screen now, right?
yeah,
So you see the screen. So just
yeah. This
before,
is
yeah, just before getting into there, I'll just quickly wrap it up what I just said. So they raised what 38 million. So they raised 20,000
mm,
Ethereum. So that was one of the hottest topics. So at
mm,
1.5 ETH at $2,700, yeah, you can see that
mm,
Azuki Elementals sells out in 15 minutes and raising 38 million. So this was what just a couple of weeks back, right?
mm. Got it.
So NFTs are definitely not dead, but yeah, I'll go into more in detail. So uh, that's the B2C platform that we have built. So we have reports,
This is a
explore.
B2C platform, unleash NFTs.
Yes,
Okay.
unleashnfts.com. It's right now free. Since we are funded, we are not focusing on monetizing this tool right now in the bear market rather than focusing on adoption.
Mm,
So it has, let's say, popular collections, trending
mm.
collections on the market, and we sort of provide that potential wash trader collection so that
Oh.
people can stay a bit away from what's happening. And for instance, we
Mm,
give some of the key insights at the top in the market report section. What is currently happening? Look at the traders in the last 24 hours.
mm,
So right now the market cap is 12 billion,
mm,
and this is what I said. $1 billion is not a child's play, and we most importantly we are live across 4 chains.
mm,
Ethereum, Polygon, Avalanche, and Binance.
mm.
I remember last time when we spoke, we were just live on Ethereum.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we have added three chains,
Mm,
and we show the market cap, volume, transactions. So let's say if somebody wants to see the transactions, yes, it's been a bumpy ride. There were a few ups whenever some major collections launches, but it has significantly gone down. I wouldn't say no, but we provide let's say the wash trading levels, right? That is
mm,
interesting. So look at the wash trading
mm.
assets involved. 48,000 NFTs were involved in wash trades,
Oh,
and
out of
30,
total, out of
yes,
the
total
7 days, in the past 7 days.
past 7 days, yes. So let's say
Oh,
if you want to look at the quarter, then look at the wash trading that is happening. These are potential
mm,
wash trades that are happening in the last 90 days, and you can also filter out the chains. You
mm,
can see where um, in Ethereum it's quarter million. In Polygon, it's also high because of the low fees.
mm,
In Binance, it's surprisingly low. But then on AVAX, I'm sure it's very low as well because the trading in general on
mm.
AVAX is low, right? So
Okay.
we provide such metrics, and as you could see, the
Mm,
the website loads very fast, less than a
mm,
second, and that is one of the main reasons why all the big names are working with us, right?
mm,
And and this was not shown to the, I mean, to the previous audience of my last podcast. We also have in-depth analysis on NFTs, NFT collection level.
mm.
Let's say we show what's happening in board apes. I mean, you said board apes have dropped, yes, but look at the transactions over the last 24 hours. 100
Oh,
transactions were done,
mm.
and the
Okay.
market cap is still 710 million. So, yes, from the outset, yes, the price has gone really down. That's true. But if you look at the major picture, it is still a major chunk in the NFT space, right? And we also provide how many number of people hold more than 9 board apes. So you can also be
Mm,
aware if there is a huge liquidity crisis, if there is a huge dump,
mm.
right? So we provide what is the wash trading level. We
Wow.
show the suspected trades out of board apes, and a lot. So in general, yes. And the most important thing is you can also deep dive onto NFT level.
Mm.
You can see what's happening with this particular NFT, this
Okay.
laserite ape. We show what was the last price, and then look at, I mean, this must be ETH. There is a typo here, but we show what is the holding time of it. Look, this guy is holding on to this ape for like 2 years, right? I mean, more than 2 years.
Oh.
And we show the past owners, the metadata traits, and so on. So yeah, in general, we are in a good position, but I would also love to share this piece of information. So we just went
Mm,
live on coinlist recently. So coinlist,
mm,
getting there was a monumental thing. It was a surreal feeling for us because this has always been my goal as a founder, to to give visibility to the project to some of the best platforms.
mm,
And I'm glad that uh, we 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 announced our testnet on coinlist, which is, I would say, the top the best launchpad in the moment.
mm.
So if you remember our conversation in Kolkata when we were having the dinner, I wanted to be here, right? I wanted to
Yeah.
be on coinlist, I wanted to be on Binance, and Binance recently named us on their research report as well. They said we are one of the projects to
Mm.
look out for in the next cycle.
Wow.
So when it comes from teams like Binance and CoinList,
Mm,
we were like so humbled. And to reiterate on the brands that we work with, we recently won the Metaverse Tech Next Challenge from Accenture. We bagged a
mm,
cash prize of $15,000, and we won out of 160 startups, as you said. We won the Best Impact Startup Award from PwC, none other than one of the big fours in the world. So
mm,
this time and again tells that we have just started. And the great thing about the whole team, not just me, but talking about the whole team, is
mm.
whenever we achieve something, we just go back to the drawing board, start from zero. right from the very next day. So that's the best thing that has happened to me. I have got a very really nice team who doesn't look for let's say external push, rather they motivate themselves. And we
Mm.
launched on coinlist on Thursday last week. We got 12,000 wallets getting connected to unleash NFTs in just 4 days,
Oh,
and the guys are
mm.
already on to the next thing, right? I mean, I can show you what
If you
is
can.
happening with the coinlist announcement.
Yeah.
So all people has to do is to go here, connect their wallet. I mean, feel free
Mm.
to connect. We are a legitimate project,
Mm.
and we are also backed by, I mean, coinlist and all these names. So I can show you this thing. So look at this. We
Mm.
have got 10 entries on each page, and we have what, 12,000 uh, 12,010 wallets that got connected to our website in the last 4 days.
Oh, that's
So
a
we
big
are
number.
also, yeah, we are also providing some airdrops for the first
Mm.
1,000 people who has to do tasks that are assigned here. So for your users, this is also
Mm.
something that is interesting. So all you have to do is get onto the platform, stay here for 5 minutes, and then look into any of the collections. So let's say
Mm.
if you like Bored Ape, go to Bored Apes, look at the analytics that we provide, and then there
Mm.
is a market reports page, and connect your wallet to understand your portfolio, right?
Mm.
So and there is also some time sensitive activities that we have planned between certain windows. So one is
Mm.
coming tomorrow, like 12th of July. So
Mm.
for any of your viewers, I mean, this is not financial advice here. I mean, as
Mm.
you see the scrolling bar down there,
Yeah. Yeah.
but we are also providing some incentivization in the form of airdrops for whoever who is backing us, uh, supporting us
Mm.
from the early days, right? I mean, there has to be an incentive for them supporting the project.
Okay. So it's like if somebody is using the the project a little early, so obviously like people who use say Uniswap, or people used
Hmm.
uh, you know uh,
ENS, for
ENS,
instance.
ENS for
Exactly.
instance. These were the like the biggest airdrops. So similarly, they can also get airdrop. So when you say airdrop, that means there is a role of tokenization as well. That means you are planning to get this thing decentralized, or maybe in
Yes.
future into a DAO model in future.
Yes, that's the plan. So that's
Mm.
the key differentiator between BitScrunch and
Mm.
all the centralized entities, right? I mean, we don't want to do a tug of war or do a tussle between all of
Mm.
these data companies. We
Mm.
want to work with them. We want them to work with us, right? We want Dune Analytics to work on top of what we have because the data is decentralized. Anybody from Dune can just bring their wallet, connect, and get the API keys, and then get our data like with the
Mm.
whisker of time, right? So that is something that we wanted to do right from day one. Even though we work with all the big names like Accentures and PwCs and Mastercards, we want to keep both the worlds separate. If somebody wants to pay in fiat, yes, there is a window for that. You can
Mm.
go do the shopping, pay dollars or euros or Indian rupees like you traditionally pay. And on the other hand, for the long run, let's say for people who doesn't want to disclose their identity, right, and who wants to get the best in class NFT data, we provide anonymous and hassle free NFT data. So Kashif Pai doesn't have to come to Vijay and ask, Vijay, could you please ask your team to provide me an API key? You don't have to do that. You can simply go to our platform, connect your wallet, get the API keys instantly, and then get on to it. You can build dashboards, you can look at your portfolio, see what is going up, what is going down, and we are also planned for notifications going forward, like the mobile notifications, and that can also help you sell your asset at the right time
Mm.
without having to face any issues, and then also
Yeah.
stop you from investing onto a bad asset. So we have a very ambitious roadmap, and
Mm.
I'm really glad that we have come this far in 2 to 3 years, and this is also because of various people that I meet in my life, right? I met
Oh,
you
absolutely.
a year ago in Kolkata, and,
Mm.
and You
Yeah,
have
yeah.
been constantly supporting me through tweets and also podcasts like this.
Hmm.
So this is something that I must say that I'm really blessed,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
wherever
It's
I go,
maybe maybe
I get
because of your humility. Because
it's not.
I have seen people in this industry making a lot of noise without having the fundamental strength in the project, and here you are, building such an awesome product. There is a need for it. It's providing a solution. The world is acknowledging it. The best of companies are acknowledging it, not just in crypto, but non-crypto as well.
Yes,
PwC, Visa, Master are non-crypto companies. And then you have Binance and Coinbase, they are acknowledging it. And then Polygons and everybody is acknowledging. Because what you're doing is that you're trying to make this place a better place. I mean,
yes,
safer place for people. And not just for retail, but for institutions as well. And that's the beauty of your project,
yes, yes.
right?
Just to
And
just to give
and in
you,
the process, if suppose you're if somebody is using your platforms in early days, and they're exploring things just like people did it with Uniswap and the other platforms, they'll obviously get incentivized for doing that, for being early.
yes, right, like Uniswap holders, early users, they got a massive
Yeah.
airdrop. ENS, those who had ENS domains, they had a massive airdrop. I mean, I believe some of them even got 10,000 or $20,000 worth of ENS
uh,
tokens in the past. So what we are trying to do is also the same, but again, not a financial advice. So if you really like the analytics, if you really want to deep dive into the product, feel free to use it. If you don't like it, nobody is compelling, nobody is asking you to do, right? So that's the beauty of Web3. And then just one example, I mean, while talking about all the big Web2 brands, the reason why we are talking to KPMG, another big four that we are talking to, is, let's say, banks. Let's say Kashif Pai owns
mm,
Bored Ape, and you're constantly getting an income from your constant job or business, so you have a regular income, and all of a sudden you say, I sold a monkey picture and I got
mm,
$100,000 into my bank account. So if you do that, banks are scared. Whatever bank that you
mm,
use, they are scared and they are not sure what this money is of, right? Is it money laundered, is it wash traded, is it legitimate money? So they go to the big fours of the world. They go to KPMGs, PwCs of the world
mm,
to check what is this money coming from. And to be honest, big fours, they are not equipped right now. They might be equipped in the future, but right now they don't have a clue about NFTs, and that's
mm.
where they come to teams like BitScrunch. So they come and check, hey guys, we spotted that you're one of the analytics and forensics firm. Could you please check if this money coming in from this sale is legitimate? Right,
Yeah.
so that's a classic case that we are solving. So we don't want
Wow.
to regulate, but we want to be
Facilitate.
facilitator. Yes, exactly,
Yeah.
facilitator,
Mm,
and we want to decentralize this, right? We don't want to be an authority saying, okay, this is wrong, this is right. We don't want to be a dictator. We want
mm,
to decentralize the whole process, and we want Vijay's and Kashif's to chip in and also validate, yes,
mm.
this was wash trade, this was falsely labeled as wash trade. Could you guys please check this? That
Right.
is the whole idea, and then yeah, we are on it.
Great. Great. So, Vijay, I think we have covered most of the points, uh, and I'll request people to just visit unleashnfts.com, and as Vijay told you, you can perform certain activities out there, and you can read more about it. I'll leave some links in the description, and I also leave Twitter profile of Vijay, where you can follow him, search him, and you can get all the information around the project. All I want to say is that you know Vijay told me that he, in those early days, that he wanted to be the Polygon of NFTs, and now I can see that he has achieved that level. In fact, he has surpassed that level, and I think the whole objective of his platform is to make this place a better place, not just for retail but for institutions as well. With this thought, I wish him all the very best, and I'll request him to consistently come on a platform on a and we'll try and do one podcast maybe a quarter at maybe to give all the information about the latest things that are happening in the NFT space and in the industry itself.
Sure, sure, sure. Just one note. I mean, Polygon is and always a great inspiration for not
Yeah,
just founders like me from India, but the global world. But yeah, would be really great if even if we surpass Polygon in the near future. We have just started. Our journey is so long,
yeah,
and I'm always a big fan of Jayanti, Kanyani, and also Sandeep. So yeah, in fact, they are one of our backers. Would definitely
yeah,
love to surpass them someday in the future. They would be prouder as well, right?
yeah,
Because
yeah,
they
yeah,
have invested
yeah,
on me and on BitScrunch.
absolutely. With this thought, wishing you all the very best and thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, thanks a lot. Take
Thank you.
care.